Hi folks, Dr. Talorico. Today I'm going to talk about hacking your sleep and just a couple reasons why you want to do this and why you want to try to optimize and get the best sleep that you can get. Okay, so one of the main things about sleep is you need it for good brain function. During the night there's a lot of things that are going on in terms of regeneration of the brain. A lot of the fluids like the cerebral spinal fluid and basically the bath that the brain sits in is kind of rebuilt, reestablished during the nighttime through a system called the glymphatic system. Not the lymphatic system, the glymphatic system. Okay? So it's super important. A lot of that goes on in the middle of the night. So if people are waking up after 3-4 hours of sleep, a lot of times it's just because their brain doesn't have any good energy. So there's some hacks here that I'm going to mention in a minute. I actually have a few props, which is a first for these videos. Body composition. So people who sleep less and don't have quality sleep undergo changes in body composition. So if you eat the same diet, do the same exercise, but you don't sleep as much or you don't sleep as well, you tend to have changes in body composition because there's this hormone called leptin, and leptin is super important to body composition and how much body fat you carry. So people who sleep less have more body fat than people who sleep the proper amount. Now you can also sleep too much, and that's not good either, but you have to find your best zone. Most people it goes between 7 and 9 hours. There are some outliers in either direction, that some 6 and some 10, but if you're a 3 or 4 hour person, you're lying to yourself. You're not rested, and you're going to suffer performance related things such as mental things, cognition, memory, and all those things. And then this is where we're talking about leptin. Leptin's a really important neuropeptide, and it's a chemical that kind of tells the brain how much body fat you have and how much resources are there. So if you get high leptin resistance, your body fat actually makes leptin. And if you get too much leptin, your body gets resistant and you start to accumulate more body fat. And then insulin resistance, we've talked about this in other videos, but insulin resistance is something we want to avoid too, because high insulin levels cause insulin resistance. So the food you eat and your lack of activity and also how much sleep you get has a huge impact here. Another thing is you make bad decisions when you're tired, and some of those decisions are also dietary. So when you're fatigued, you have a harder time resisting foods that you know you should resist. Okay, so I'm going to grab a few of my little hacks here that I like, that I've used, and the things that I think are valuable. But just a couple things. You have to keep your room dark. I would recommend no TV. Do not run a TV and try to sleep at night. I would keep it as quiet as possible, and if you're a person that you need like white noise, that's okay. And cooler, and I would say cold to cooler is best, is ideal, because part of what happens during the nighttime is your brain is trying to cool itself off, so it kind of pushes blood into the extremities and then does its rebuilding cycle as it cools itself off, and that's one of the things that melatonin actually does. So no screens or TVs, and I would say limit that, even your cell phone, for about an hour before you go to sleep. The blue light that's emitted from computer screens, cell phones, TVs, that causes the melatonin levels to fall. So when you first get up in the morning, your cortisol is high, your melatonin is low. As you go on to sleep cycle, your cortisol goes low, your melatonin goes high. But one of the things that destroys melatonin is the blue light that comes in from the sun, but also from the screens and things that we're looking at. So limit screen time for about 60 minutes or so before bed. Or you can wear like amber glasses, which is really cool. I'm sure that everybody really enjoys wearing those. The other thing is, if you're a person that tends to be cold, then get these. Just wear some really cool orange polo socks just like these, and these will keep your feet warm and stop you from waking up because you're cold. So you can keep your room cooler and put socks on, and that'll help a lot of people sleep through the night. Another couple of little hacks I recommend: earplugs. So if you're on a noisy street or an intersection and there's just a lot of noise all the time, wear earplugs. And if you have a lot of light coming into your room from the street or whatever, eye mask. Okay, So these are a couple of things that can really help you get into a deeper sleep. Okay. Now the next couple things we're going to talk about are things that induce sleep. So one of the things I recommend is a little cocktail. If you're a person that wakes up 3-4 hours in just about every night, I would say get yourself some of this cool stuff. This is the pink salt. And the pink salt is very helpful. It has lots of trace minerals. So your brain needs minerals, your body needs minerals. And so I say mix a little pink sea salt in with some raw honey and drink that maybe, or take a teaspoon or two of that maybe 20 minutes or so before bed. I also recommend taking an Epsom salt bath. So a cup of Epsom salt, hot tub, soak 15-20 minutes, and then in a short order go to sleep. So the drop of body temperature is also going to signal your body to go to sleep. There's some other things too that people do. One of the newest, coolest things, I haven't used myself, but I've talked to many people who have, is called an earth pulse, and that's a pulsed electromagnetic field. Normally, we don't want any electric field near us when we're trying to sleep. So I recommend keeping your TV, your alarm clock, your cell phone, everything away from you, because that electromagnetic field can interrupt brain cycles and things that are happening during sleeping. But pulse electromagnetic field, this special device called Earth Pulse, is supposed to really help people drop into a really good restorative sleep cycle. So that might be something that you invest in if you have significant sleep issues. That's a huge issue for a lot of people. Just having a major sleep issue can affect all of these other things, but all of your health in general. People with fibromyalgia really suffer with sleep cycle issues, and so this might be a great investment for you. Also, supplements. So people are taking lots of different supplements to help them sleep, and I don't love most of them. And for the reason being that some of them are addictive, some of them are not good matches for what you're trying to accomplish, and some of them just don't work. So a couple that do. So first one was going to be, it's called 5-HTP. And 5-HTP is a form of tryptophan, and tryptophan is converted into serotonin and then ultimately melatonin. So this is for neurotransmitters. So the better way of doing this in supplementation is to eat some tryptophan containing food. So perhaps some like turkey or something with a little bit of something sweet, maybe a little juice or a little honey, like we talked about earlier, because that's going to help your tryptophan levels get up and get serotonin and then ultimately get melatonin to help your body go to sleep. Also, people take melatonin, and I'm not super crazy about that. And the reason that is because your brain and your body are coordinating a sleep cycle, and the doses that you take of melatonin are often in excess of hundreds of times what the body would normally take. So if you take 3 milligrams of melatonin, that's a lot compared to your body's concentration in micrograms. Another thing is the mineral magnesium. Now this one I do recommend. Magnesium is hugely important to relax the body. Most people are deficient. One of the benefits of the Epsom salt bath is it's magnesium sulfate. So magnesium is super important to calm and relax the muscles, and the sulfur, the sulfate, is really good for your joints and connective tissue. So you get a lot of restorative benefits from using something that's been around for a really long time, has a great track record. I know a lot of athletes will do this. I will do this if I'm really sore. I don't do it every night, but a lot of folks do. They take an Epsom salt bath every night before bed because it just improves the quality of their sleep. And so sleep quality, getting restorative sleep is a really important thing. It's one of the most important things that can happen. If you think about that, you're spending a third of your life in bed, you want to be getting the best possible sleep that you can. And it'll help you in a multitude of places. But you have to allow it, you have to set the stage for the best sleep to happen. So think about those little things, those little hacks. If you have questions or anything, leave them after, and then we can always discuss via online or whatever else. If there's any other recommendations I have, or if you have some ideas about something and you want to run it by me, I'm happy to engage there. All right. And if you like these videos and you get value from them, please like them and share them so that other people can get the benefit of the information. I want people to be able to do whatever they can naturally to optimize their health, and that's the purpose behind all of this anyway. So help everybody get the best possible health they can get, and so you're just clicking, liking, and sharing can help another person that I might not even know, I've never come in contact, but they can take this information and implement it in their own life. Okay, thank you so much.